Hey, what's up, y'all? Ava, ProWebWriter.com. Let's give Google its moment for audio silence. Again, Ava, ProWebWriter.com. In this video, short one, I'm going to show you what my book, which I formatted using Google Docs, looks like on 4 different devices. One of those devices is a Kindle. The other 3 are running Kindle software. So I have 2 Android devices, my PC, my computer, as well as this older Kindle keyboard that's a 3rd generation. I had to do a little finagling with my phone, so it's actually on another camera, which I'll just have to like switch over to that screen when we get to it. Let's get started. First, I'm going to get the screen sharing out of the way. Let's take a look at the book. I'm going to be using the Kindle Cloud Reader inside of Google Chrome. And so we'll do that first, and then I'll unshare my screen, and we'll take a look at the other devices. So I'll share the entire, well, actually we'll do the phone then as well, because it's also going to be a screen share thing. So I'm going to show you PC and phone, Android phone first. So here goes nothing. Share, hide this, get rid of this without closing it. All right. Now, what you're seeing on your screen right now is the Kindle Cloud Reader. This is one of my books, which I formatted using Google Docs. And the reason I like Google Docs is because it's free. Like every time you turn around, somebody's trying to sell you some kind of program to use to format your Kindle books. And I just think it's ridiculous when you can do it so easy for free. And I use a basis of about maybe 6 basic rules, like don't use the tab key, enter your page breaks after each section, don't use fonts larger than 14 point, don't get too fancy with things, and just kind of keep it at those basic rules. Pound out my book, and it comes out formatted on the other side. I use the heading 1 setting to get my clickable table of contents. And this one here is published. It's live on Amazon Kindle. And this is my copy that I downloaded during my free promo back in February, I believe it was. So you're looking here at the title page. When you open the book, I believe it starts people either here on the table of contents or on the introduction page in this area. As you can see all these, I can click and go to that section of the book. Here, I want to show you really quick. The reason I'm showing this book is that it has some images in it. I just wanted you to see, I inserted these images right into the Google Documents using the insert image from file setting, just like you would in any WordPress processing software. So put those right in there, and I'll show you the difference in the way they appear from device to device. But I just wanted to show this title just so you could see how the images appear. So that's going to be the Kindle Cloud Reader, Google Chrome browser for PC. I do have the Kindle Reader installed on my PC as well, and it looks pretty much the same as this. I chose to show the browser just so I wouldn't have 9,000 things running at once and my computer explode. So we'll move on. We'll take a look at the same book on my phone. Let's switch over to that camera. Okay, so let me just focus here. Hit the focus button. I don't know. This one. There we go. All right, so this is my Android phone. This is an HTC M8, and I'm just gonna open up Kindle. I preloaded all these, so they'd be right at the front. The reason we can't look at my phone using the camera on the camera on my web camera is because you can see like something is up with my Kindle app, and I've tried everything to adjust it, but like it just, when you open it, goes into total white washout. Like I couldn't even see this much. It was just like this bright glowing rectangle through my webcam. But you can see here, this is my screen on the regular brightness setting. Then once I get inside a Kindle, it goes super bright and you can't see anything. Like behind this area where it says conspiracy fact, that's my cover image. You can see it a little down here at the bottom. So I'm not sure what's up with that inside the app. I've checked the settings and everything. Anybody knows how to fix that, had the same problem, please let me know. What you're seeing here is, remember I said don't use fonts over 15 points. That's what you're seeing right here. And I also put too much space at the top of my title page. Had I just left this at the regular title font inside of Google Docs, and they do have a style for font. I'll show you really quick before I close up the video. But anyway, my font's too big. This is probably between 18 and 22. That's way too big. You should shut it off. 14, 16 point fonts at the very most. Same here. And that's what the discrepancy is here with the appearance on my Android phone. As you can see, we had table of contents in here. And it gets into the book. Also on these, I believe I used double spacing. I'm not exactly sure. You can see like some of the spacing is a little bit wonky, but for the most part, it's pretty uniform. I think it's pretty good for something I didn't spend $300, you know, on for formatting, or you know, however much people are going to rate formatting is these days. You can see the pictures here up here, pretty small. Should be able to, can't really click on it, but they're still in there, and you can see my text wraps around it fairly nicely. It really doesn't look that bad for like I said, some free formatting. I have since tweaked some of my formatting, so some of these gaps and things are gone. Let's take a look at another title just for fun here. Let me see if I can find it. Bear with me one moment. We'll take a look at one of my newer titles. Here we go. And this is the one that's all about formatting using Google Documents. And yeah, as you can see here, I stopped with whatever, like the weird line spacing and stuff, and all of these things are formatted a lot better and come across a lot better as well. This is the very end of the book, but yeah, a lot better. All right, so that's pretty much it in a nutshell on my Android phone. And we'll move on. How about a real Kindle device this time? I'm going to shut off the screen sharing if I can find the right window here. Let's see. Stop screen sharing. There we go. All right, so on a real Kindle device, let's see how it looks here. This is, like I said, my old Kindle keyboard. Got this in 2010 or 2011 for Christmas, I believe it was. See if we can get it without such a glare on the screen. It's kind of hard. So same book. Cover doesn't look that bad, I don't think, on the black and white. This is the old school black and white e-ink screen. It's not in color, it's black and white, and also no light on this one. That was before they came out with the lights and the touch and all of that stuff. So all your navigation's done down here via the multi-directional pad. But let's take a look at what we got going on here. Again, with the spacing, this is why you don't go above a 14-point font, because it causes these problems. But I wanted to show that to you on purpose, just so you know. I use the 18 to 22 point font range, and that's just a no. And I knew better, and I did it anyway. So let's check out what some pictures look like here. There we go. They don't look bad, you know, black and white. I don't have a lot of really flashy images or whatever. It's just reference images to go with my, excuse me, I'm so sorry, my writing. Again, that spacing issue. Like I said, I stopped, I believe this is Justified as well as double spacing, and I stopped doing that. So if we take a look at that other title on here, which it should be on here, let's see. Yeah, there we go. Let me get back to the beginning. So this is the easy Kindle formatting using Google Documents. Like I said, it looks a lot better when you don't justify your text or do the big spacing. It's funny how I actually got right here where I was talking about those few simple formatting rules that I stick to. It's right there. Let's just read them off real quick. Don't use fonts larger than 16 point for anything. Never use the tab key because it doesn't translate very well into Kindle. If you use a tab key, it just makes your stuff look all crazy and spaced out wrong and things like that. If you're going to use an indent feature for your paragraphs, use the first line indent feature instead in your software. I never use this because fancy formatting is not really needed as long as the book is readable and your stuff's not everywhere and looking ridiculous. Like, you don't need a bunch of fancy like drop caps and things like that. People don't care. They care about what you're writing about and whether or not your book has substance, not so much all the fancy everything that goes into it. Don't use specialty or Google fonts unless you know how to embed them in your book before you upload it. I believe you have to go the PDF route and embed the font in the PDF for it to appear correctly when you do that. So use heading 1 for your chapter titles. That way when you insert your table of contents, it pulls all your chapter headings into your table of contents as linked sections of your book. Use the title and subtitle styles where applicable. Insert page breaks after each piece of front matter and chapter. And what I mean by that is if you have a disclaimer or dedication or anything like that, you're going to want to insert a page break after each one of those sections. So it's like your title page, page break, your dedication, page break, your disclaimer, page break, your introduction, whatever, prologue, all that stuff, page break, and then chapter 1, your chapter stuff, page break, chapter 2, blah, and then that separates everything in your book, and it also helps with the linking aspect as well. So there you have what it looks like on a fairly classic Kindle device, readable. And I know, you know, there's some type A personality type people out there, you know, that aspire to a little more than readable, and you know, that's quite okay. I'm just saying, don't not publish a book because you didn't pay $9,000 for formatting. Do it in Google Docs. I say with Google Docs, if your manuscript is already written, which is the hard part, you can format it in a day depending on how long it is, and sometimes in as little as a couple hours. So yeah. All right, let's check this out. Now this is my Android tablet. It's actually a Samsung Galaxy Tab 3. Nothing super special, but I like it, you know. And it's actually said change brightness, font, margin, spacing, and color. Now I would think, bear with me one moment, I would think this would be fairly similar to the Android app on my phone, right? Let's see if it has this. Ah, look at that. in that you can't see it in the top corner here. If you hit the font thingy, you can change your brightness, font, margin, spacing, and color. So if anybody else is having, remember I said if you have the same problem and you know how to fix it, please let me know. Yeah, so I just reduced the brightness on my phone. Let's see if we can get it where I can see it. Yep, where I can see it right there on my webcam. Great. Perfect. Thank you, app. On my, you can tell I don't read Kindle on this device a whole lot. All right. Let's take a look at this book on this device. Pretty much the same thing going on as with my Android phone. You're just going to see it bigger, and you're going to see more of a page than you did there. Let me see if I can reduce the brightness on this one so we can look at it straight on. Not so much. Kind of have to tilt it like this so you can see everything. And I realize you can't see like actual words and things. I actually have this. Or calling me. It's my mom. I'll have to call her back in a minute. Anyway, I don't know what I was saying, but anyway, I don't read a lot on this because the font's not adjusted. I'm blind, it'd be huge. All right, so here we go. Boom. There's your cover. All this stuff. You can see my fonts show up better here. They're not all broken up and in a mess. I still got too much space here. They'll learn my lesson on that. But you know, little things like that to me aren't worth re-uploading just for some like a spacing issue where you end up having to republish your book and wait the whole 12 hours again or whatever for Amazon to review it or KDP to review it. So anyway, table of contents. Well, I don't know how much of this you can see. This is really what I want you to see though, is the way the pictures and whatnot show up, and you can see there's quite a bit of text there on the screen, and it's not all broken up and incoherent and ridiculous looking. It's nicely formatted to read. See that? Google Docs, y'all, free. You can go through, you can like select the whole thing and format all the text as you want, and then just go back through and do your headings, format your headings for your chapters. And she's leaving voicemail and everything else. Anyway, format your chapters that way and be done with it. So let me just show you this real quick. I'll share the screen one more time and I'll show you this really quick. And then we'll wrap this one up. I didn't mean for it to go on forever. Hello, open me up in your browser. Thank you. All right, let me just show you a new document here. And if you have a Google account, you're automatically going to have access to Google Docs. If you put in drive.google.com while you're logged into your Google account, it will take you here. And you can explore your drive. This is what mine looks like. I use this for lots of things. It's crazy. To create a new document, you hit new. You can set up a folder structure in here just like you'd have on your computer. You can upload files. You can upload whole folders of files. And as you can see here, you've got Google Documents, Google Sheets, which is like Excel, Google Slides, which is like PowerPoint. You can create web forms, which you can embed on your website, Google Drawings, and My Maps. So I'll leave those to you to explore. These are all compatible with Microsoft Word and Microsoft Office. If you export them as an Office document, you can open them in that software. So just a heads up there. If you look here, this is what I want to show you though. There's some default styles inside of Google Docs. And here you're going to see everything you need to format your book. But basically right there, this is going to be your normal text inside the body of your chapters and things like that. This is going to be on your title page, your title format. You can put in a subtitle. Then your heading ones are going to be your chapter headings, and then you have two subheadings to play around with inside of your chapters if you need to do that. Once you've composed your document and you're all done, you can download it as Microsoft Word Doc X right there. You can download it as OpenOffice format if you use OpenOffice or LibreOffice, the free Office Suite software. You can download it as a PDF, and then there's some other things here as well. If you like to use Notepad or WordPad, there's some things for that as well. So it's really useful. It's a really useful application. I stand behind it 100%. It saves automatically for you. It backs you up to the cloud automatically, so I can download my stuff and put it into my, my database of my work and whatnot on my computer, and it's already in the cloud from when I created it. And so I can log into it anywhere. I have it. I have copies of my books on my phone. I have copies of my books on my tablet. Just like that, with no weird sharing or, connecting devices or anything. So I highly recommend it. Just wanted to show you what that looks like over various devices.